Hello out there, all you wonderful people. This is Andre, the Game Idea Guy. Thank you very much for lending me your time and your ear and listening to another idea that I've had to work on the Wii U. Now, I've actually done a video on this before, kind of partially, and I don't really think I didn't really explain the thought very well, and it just, I'd been coming back to the idea over and over and over again. I think the video is like 2 years old at this point. But like I had been rethinking this idea in my head like several times, and I finally decided to name it just to give it a name. So I named it Night of the Eternal Order, or I probably meant to say Knights of the Eternal Order, but I might have typed Night. So I'll try to correct that before the video's up. But I thought of a game, Knights of the Eternal Order. Like I originally called it the Shield and the Sword or something like that. Um, and this would make use of a lot of the things that the Wii U can do and a lot of the peripherals that it has. Um, Unfortunately, the way it would have to work, I don't think very many people would really care for, even though I find it to be an interesting concept. I don't think a whole lot of people want to do it just because people are stuck on the idea of wanting to play everything with just one of these. And to me, that's when you box yourself in like that, you don't get to expand your horizons, you don't get to expand your experiences, you don't get to expand the things that you can partake in. And I just don't like that way of thinking. Like, sure, I love gaming with a controller. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I love gaming with a controller, but if there are other options out there, I'm at least willing to try them and see what they're about. That's all I got to say on that. Uh, Now, it would require the usage of the Wii U gamepad. Oh crap! Where did my? You know what? I'll just grab one of my other ones. A Wii remote, and my balance board is boxed up, so I'm not going to like go dig that out to just show it to you. It would require the Wii U gamepad, a Wii remote with Motion Plus, and the balance board. And someone's probably like, there's someone who instantly got that, and then there's another person like, where are you going with this? Um, Basically, you'd be playing a game as a knight. You'd be a knight. Here's your sword. Here's your shield. But this would require like the gamepad to have something that could kind of like make it rest on your arm, so that you could like hold it up like this on your arm, like to utilize your inventory and stuff on your touch screen. Because I wouldn't want it to be, oh, you can't do anything with it outside of just blocking in the game. Like, no, you hold it up on your arm, utilize this your touch screen and all that bullshit, or whatever else you want to do. Whichever else would work for this type of game. Um, Obviously, this is your sword. Like, and I know I would have fun swinging this around. Like, if you gave me a game where I could chop up shit and I'm cutting monsters and shit, I'd use this for that. I'd have no problem using it. But where the balance board comes into play is because you don't have any way to move around unless we wanted to let the game do it in an automated manner. And I'm not really for that, honestly. Um, I'd use the balance board to do all of the foot movement. Basically, for you to walk forward, walk back, left, right, being able to turn, all that shit. One foot on the back, left foot back, right foot forward, turn left, right foot back, left foot forward, turn right, kind of like bumper cars. Um, Shift your weight to right to strafe right, shift your weight to left to strafe left, shift your weight forward a little bit to move forward, shift your weight back to move back. That's all. That's what the balance board would be used for. That would be what the balance board's purpose would be for this game. And thing is, I find it odd there aren't really any games that exploit that usability for the balance board. Like, not at all, not at all exploit that usability for the balance board. And I'm like, that's a waste. Like, no one thought to do this at all. Not once. Not one game ever. It's like it's like got all these damn things that this console can use, but nobody uses them. But and to be a dick, I would want to make this game kind of like what Dark Souls is. Like I would want it to be that difficult, that gritty. I would want the game to be like that. I wouldn't want it to necessarily be the same types of monsters and shit, because you don't have to have monsters. You could have like a war simulator basically, and just have people that are knights fighting on different sides of war, and you're battling it out to survive that war. Like that's one of the things that like it's to me. I always think of what do these peripherals do, and how can they enhance the game for me? How can they make the game fun? Like to me, that would be some amazingly fun fucking shit. Like I like to be able to charge head on into battle and shit, and to be able to fight and clash swords with other people like that, and be able to use the sword and the shield at the same time, and like using your gamepad for inventory to like use healing items and to like use different little materials and weapons and shit. That would be cool to me. That would be honestly, that'd be awesome. I mean, another way to go about it would be to skip using the balance board. I don't know why that escaped me. Like skip using the balance board and then use a nunchuck instead, but still have this on your arm, and then you'd have access to the buttons on the nunchuck as well to be able to play the game too. Like, but then that kind of defeats the purpose of having this on your arm in the first place, because the nunchuck would be able to serve a similar purpose. So, like, that's why I was thinking about it. Like, and like it would kill the point of having that, other than just having the touchscreen on that. And at that point, you wouldn't really need to wear it. You could just put it down somewhere, but that would again that would take away from the experience. That's why I kind of thought of it without the nunchuck, because it wouldn't really take away from the experience itself in that way. But I don't know. But with the nunchuck though, I guess with the nunchuck being available though, you could utilize more than just the sword and the shield. You could utilize like a bow and arrow in a certain way, or like say you hold your nunchuck out and you hold the Wii remote back and use it like that. Use it for like I guess like gauntlets or stuff. Like there's a lot of possibilities. I mean, so it's not exactly a complete loss, but if the Wii U gamepad itself represents a shield, then the nunchuck would have to have other purposes. It would, unless you just wanted to use it as your hand, basically, instead of using it as the shield, but use it as your other hand. And I would want the game to be made in a manner where it would be ambidextrous, so that somebody who's left-handed could have the Wii U gamepad on their right arm and the nunchuck in their right hand, and the Wii remote in their left hand. I still want to kind of stick with using the balance board to move, because to me that kind of adds to the challenge of it. I don't know. There's a few different ways that could go, but I mean, I know it's not something that's going to happen. I just thought it was something that would be interesting, and just like with my idea with the unknown, like there's potential uses for the console that it never got to see and it's never going to see, because one, people wanted to rush it out the door the second that it came out, and two, it wasn't successful enough for it to be viable for Nintendo to... I'm not going to say it wasn't successful in the manner of making money, but it wasn't successful enough as it wasn't adapted enough for it to be viable for Nintendo to put forth that much effort for a game like that, or any company really to put that much effort into a game like that. I mean, I would love to see it, no doubt. I would love to see it, but I just understand it's not going to happen. All right, thank you guys very much for listening. Keep your eyes and ears up for more of my stuff, and until the next time, enjoy your games. Peace out.